Hello survivors, welcome to the stream guys, thank you ever so much for tuning in. New weapons. New weapon. I think there's one that's returning for sure. Yeah, new stuff in the store. It has got a 60-day cooldown now. So, we aren't going to see it refresh as often. Obviously. But welcome to the stream, guys. What's up, Bretland, Valiant Daylight? Jesse, I hope we're all having a good day. Feeling good? Feeling good. Sounding good. We're going to go over the League store a little bit. Pick up my good stuff. I actually think I talked about the returning pistol before and said, you know, they could do it. And that would be quite good for Faction Assault. Among other things. Okay. We get some goodies. We get some goodies. My food is completely jam-packed. 1 second. Get rid of a couple of million here. Such a bad change that they made where the longer you hold it down, the faster it goes. It was so nice. It was so nice. Okay. Oh, I've run out of gear on that. That's not good. And that's really not good. Did a hiccup. That's really not good. Okay, I got this one. Not many though, only 6. But it is what it is. How are we doing today, guys? Feeling alright? Feeling good? Oh my god, look at my food, it's all maxed again. It's crazy how that happens, isn't it? It's crazy. There we go. There we go. And then I'll do materials as well. I don't really know why I do this. I just do it for the sake of it. I think I do it just to stop the pop-up saying you are full on food, you are full on materials when I get new stuff. Because yeah, this storage is not going to get used that much. But yeah. If anyone wants to join a faction, guys, I think we've got some space. I think we have got some people applying already, but we might have 2 spaces left. So just either send me a message on Discord and I'll point you in the right direction, or find Domo Origato on my Discord and you can PM him to try and join. If anyone's looking for a faction. Okay. We'll do bits of this roadmap. I think I'll complete this one. It's only one last act to go on this. Nice. Okay, let's look at the League store, guys. Let's have a little look at the League store. Make sure you hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. Welcome to the stream, Logan. Welcome in, Sean. Thanks for tuning in. League store. League store. Let's have a little look at the League store. Okay, so obviously Supreme bag. Get some TWD gold medals. The reset of the Mythic Market is upcoming. I did a video about that at the end of last week. Just going over, you know, the fact that Scope Clear contacted PC and PC were looking for some kind of recommendations. And these are obviously going to be used in there. I think they do need to increase the amount of TWD gold medals you can get in the game. If I got everything in this, I get 6. You know, it's not really 15k. It's not really that much, to be honest. One quarter of a character from that. Considering you need 300k. Yeah, you need 20 times more than you can get in that bag. God Mythic tokens, I guess it's just decent to just keep that up. I basically won't go for the tokens. I will primarily go for the weapons. I actually can't afford both weapons. We're getting to the point again. This is like long. I think we had this once upon in the time in the League store, where long term you couldn't pick up things consistently, which is a shame. Like, you had to choose between the weapons and like things like these tokens, which is like I say, it's kind of bizarre because they don't sell any of the stuff to get this stuff anyway. So it's just kind of bizarre. Weapons are definitely the thing to go for though as a free to play. They don't give out weapons to free to play. This is it. This is your only selection of weapons, and generally they're not that great. The weapons this weapon this time around is interesting. I think it probably has some decent usability on certain characters. AP down on death when this fighter is taken out. All enemies get minus 30 AP, and the last slot is interesting. Extra defense when being attacked by enemies with 50% or more HP, but it has good base stats. What I would do is probably increase this to 50% HP and change the third slot. If you have steel, that would be amazing on him, I think, because and especially if you have a Regina lead, and just try and figure out something else for the third slot. There might be something that reduces damage taken from adrenaline rushes, or something like that. Just something in the third slot that's kind of juicy. The other one's quite good. The minus 30 AP just means if he's taken out, it's risky, but it could be a good weapon for him. Or if there's a weapon that has, if there's a character that comes out that has passive control. So for instance, you have someone who, when you attack them, you can get stunned because of their passives, or like impaired because of their passives, or like controlled in any way, debilitating because of their passives. This just reduces incoming damage. It's actually pretty good again. That weapon isn't giving me good vibes. What, this weapon? Oh, it is actually Steel's Guarding Sledgehammer as well. Is that the weapon he has in his art? We'll have to check that out in a second. This weapon is pretty decent just for Faction Assault or some of the hard road maps. You could potentially load up your team with lots of these weapons now and just rely on the deep cuts. You would have to have decap. That's the only thing. Just because those characters will get picked back up again. But it's just kind of interesting. It's kind of fun. One by itself is a bit slow, but it's still worth picking up if you don't have one. I think this would be my fourth. I'm going to prioritize this weapon just to test it out on stream now, because there's nothing I can do with this weapon today. I can't test it out. There's nothing to test it out with. I know how it works. It makes obvious sense. I'll get it when I get 3 more K, which will be like by the, next week. This one I can test out straight away, and I can just test it out. Why did it go over here? Look at that. That's weird, isn't it? It's like changed position. Anyway, Philip Blake's defensive pistol. The deep cuts is interesting, like I say, and I can test that out on Faction Assault. One of my Faction Assault teams. Yes, I know. One of my Faction Assault teams already has a deep cuts weapon. I don't think I've got a second deep cuts weapon. No, I don't. So I can swap him out. And deep cuts, you don't have to have any attack. So you can go with more defense-based, characters. That's kind of nice for Alexandra. Is this Alexandra? Can you not? Oh, it's because I limited it to alert, I guess. Didn't mean to do that. Is this not Alexandra? Oh no, it's not. It's Atlanta. My bad. My bad. Because their damage dealers are quite old. Their newest damage dealer is off-duty Shane, and then you've got like Andrea, Laurie, Tyrese. 3 of the most amazing damage dealers of their time. But these days they're not really doing much, especially not against a Faction Assault boss. But Dexter really didn't even get a go of it. They've got quite old characters. This Allegiance hasn't really had any like good, which is weird, right? It wasn't Atlanta like the main group. It's kind of bizarre that this group hasn't had some more characters added to it. It's kind of strange, but it is what it is. You can just add, I'll add her, and we can go for more defensive setup. What trait is he? He is, sorry, he is alert. So what we'll do is we'll do flat attack, and then I'll just use like defense versus alert, because nobody's doing that basically. And I've got probably a couple of mods that I leveled up right at the beginning of the era just to get some stats. And I can just do attack on attack on here. I think he has confuse. I won't use a I think he has confuse, and then we shall do a bit of HP, survivability, and then we could add like bleed if we wanted to, just to get more, but I think I'll go for AP drain just to get some potential control, even though she doesn't have control roll, but still. Upgrade this. Look how much look how much supplies I got. I haven't used any for ages. Okay, and then we just put the weapon in her hands. Now I've got this weapon on 1, 2, 3, 4 people. Pretty sure he's going to. Deep cuts, yeah. So I've got 4 deep cuts weapons, and I've showed this before. The way deep cuts works is 1 deep cuts, which is the buff that I'm talking about, is the 4th slot buff. 1 deep cuts will proc, all of them will proc, and then they'll basically, imagine they've just like created a separate meter that stacks together. So 4 procs would be 4 different meters of all 2.5k, but when it's shown in the game, it just shows 10k because it's all added together. The next turn, every single individual proc adds another 2.5k, and then I could also proc like 3 more times, so now I've got 7 procs, and then it just keeps going like that, and every single proc that I've done in the past just adds 2.5 more on top. I still only have 1 deep. I mean, you can get a second one here. What's up, Moon? Welcome to the stream. You can get a second one here. What's up? Wait, the Philip Blake's pistol is a must for both new and old players. The hammer just looks like a collectible, needs to be shelved. I mean, maybe. I think the 3rd slot swap out, it's got good base stats. You could put absolute defense on it. You know, you can do some things to that weapon. 50% HP and 45% defense for a free-to-play is high. It's very, very high. And if you did 55% HP and 45% defense, and like I said, if you utilized it on a particular character, like you could, I'm not really sure who you could put on, but there's going to be characters that can utilize that quite heavily if they had the right kit for it. And picking it up is just a good idea, unless you're mad short on the medal, the medals. I am actually pretty short, but I mean, I'll probably leave it till later on in the season, I'll be completely honest, because that weapon is likely to come back as a returning weapon in the future. And I'll just see what the next store has, maybe. Hey, what's up, Bashal? Okay, so we'll save this, and I'll just show you how it works. It'll proc them at the beginning, so you can see 2 procs here, 1 proc here, 1 proc here. So this will go up to 10k next turn, but I'm gonna kill her, or at least attempt to. It'll be actually quite difficult because I've got defensive weapons now. But now I should have another 4 potential procs. 3 landed here. Oh no, wait. 2 landed here, but the one that procced before doubled. So now I've got 3 procs on this, and this will go up to 17.5k, but I could actually add some more as well. Like, this is where it just can scale really crazily. I'll try, and this is why I was actually taking a decap, because if you take out these side characters, it's actually a bit better for you. A little bit better. She's going to get taken out, and I can just try and lay down some quick damage here. And then what you should... this is going to be one of the main problems I've got. Okay, we stuns. We did stun. Okay, good. Okay, so now the hemorrhage should just start scaling up nice and heavily. Big time. So it's already at nearly 100k. And then every single proc adds like 2.5 each time. It went up by 40k that turn. And this is honestly was one of the hardest ones to do, Atlanta. But if you've got this weapon, it should be a bit more straightforward. The only downside is like what you're seeing happen here with the revives. You've got to make sure you take out these other characters, just so all the procs go onto him. It's not too much of a big deal, but it is a good idea. And then eventually it can scale up to millions, you know. And he only has 16 million HP on tier 6, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. It's just the auto burn, you know. I don't think I've actually modded my other characters, so I don't think I have too many AP drain mods. Bit of a problem. Need Sophia to stun him now. That would be great. Thank you, Sophia. Now I can get the ball rolling a bit. Just everyone will get. It'll get 3 turns of procs in one go. Get a chain stun. There we go. There it's up to million. Added what, 300k there? Oh no, sorry, 150k. My bad. My bad. Let's take out these side characters. Nice. Love it. And if your faction's already taken out the boss, like mine has, I could have fled already because I've already got the 4 million required. But we'll just do it all. It's just fun. I would say this faction kind of needs it because the characters are not new. I actually might recommend like a character that's like, imagine Lily Call, right? As much as she's not maybe spectacular, she'd be a pretty decent damage dealer on that, to be honest. You got 2 neutralize, they handle AP nicely. To a certain extent they do. To a certain extent. But they can get resisted. I think maybe only Sophia's control. Sophia's ult is the big one. 3 turn stun is big. Use Atlanta Dale for extra control. True. I could use Dale instead. Is he a control role? Let's see. He is. He has like big control here. Yeah. Does any of his passives control? Extra defense. Wait, what? When attacked. Okay, interesting. When an enemy dies. No. Whenever an enemy dies. Perform manic plus their skill is. Okay, so he just can proc his ult more often. Manic means high HP, right? If this fighter is at or below, so. Ah, okay. So Manic's not that good for him. It was only really good when you had that weapon. I don't think he had a weapon that's going to do anything. Just a bit of extra chance of AP drain. Yeah, we'll think about it. We'll think about it. I think if I change it for my other faction assault attack, it just changes it for that one. I'm not. I think for so, right? If I go in here now, it's got the yeah. Okay, so we can use Dell instead. Happy days. Control. Easy pick. We'll use the deep cast weapon. We're not going to the AP drain weapon. And I guess we'll go with just more support based kit builds. I think I need the defense versus stuff again. I think I had another one. We'll go with AP drain again. He has a better chance to land this as well because when he actually, we don't. I mean, we'll go with attack just because then I can definitely use his mods. Although I probably have lower tier mods on anyway. Like, yeah, well, sort of. A little bit extra HP. Sort of. I'm apparently using black mods. What was he again? He was this. I need to upgrade all these. Fortunately, I've got tons of the goodies. 19.5, there we go. Let's just go. So Tyler, welcome to the stream. The tough weapon moon. Yeah, surely you've got a tough one. Didn't they give that out in something like quite free? I mean, I've got 2. I think they give it in the league store or something. Or was it in a choice crate? I think they had it in a choice crate at one point. I can't remember. Remember to hit the like button, guys. It would be appreciated. Very much so. Are the League store weapons good? One of them's got reasonable usability. In Faction Assault for sure. Faction Assault for sure. I will say this. The other character is better for this. The first part, you know. Taking down enemies. Okay, let's see what happens here. He doesn't need to attack to proc the weapon, which is good. Okay. Did he do his adrenaline rush? I think he did. No, we didn't impair him. Okay. We haven't. Oh no, we need to upgrade his skills, don't we? So right now he is a control role, but he hasn't got the control role, which a bit, you know, strangely enough, is a good idea to try and do. Sophia with the 3-turn stun. His animations are a little bit faster because he doesn't have the multi-hit as well, so I should get more turns, which is quite nice. And then when you've AP drain, when you've impaired someone, you can still AP drain them, which is nice as well. It should be much more straightforward. That minus 30 AP is Dale. Yeah, a bit more straightforward. He didn't really pick up the enemies as often. If I had Dale with the right build as well, it would be nicer. So I can just max out his kit quickly. I only need to max out precision. Precision. That's the only one we need to do. I've got no bags apparently. Suddenly need materials. There we go. So that's it pretty much on the weapon. It's got some usability. You can use it on the tough road maps as well. For instance, you could use it against Princess on those road maps and just defend, and she'd eventually die. Instead of having to attack her and cleansing her bleed constantly, you could just let it scale up slowly. Not the fastest, but if you're having real trouble with some of those characters, you know. If you're having real trouble. Where is Dale? Oh, I'm actually blind. Actually blind. Okay, hopefully I can max out the second precision. Good. Okay. Let's finish up that roadmap that's just sitting there. Let's go. So you covered the roadmap for getting the fighters over level 720. Is there a date for when we're going to get it? I don't think there's anything confirmed yet. I think it's probably reasonably set in the game. They're just probably making final tweaks to it. And they're probably trying to decide when to drop it to make people feel the most like FOMO about it, you know? Because they're going to put it out before Warrior Champion starts. Almost guaranteed, right? Almost guaranteed. And they want people to buy the gear. So, yeah. They need to. They want to try and time it as perfectly as possible. If you don't do it close, if you don't do it far out enough, got more chance of more people ignoring it. But if you do it too far out, it can be a problem too, where people don't bother because they don't think it's going to make, you know, the amount of people who are buying it is going to make too much of a difference. So you're going to have some people with like one of their defense teams completely maxed, like full on, which is going to be interesting, you know. Oh, they've got passives now, have they? Well, that's good to know, I guess. Nice. Has anyone tried to use Lily yet as a character? Wasn't it only 3 to 4k stat boost? Yeah, but that's like 10% at base. So at the end, it's going to be bigger, you know? If someone with 35k can get to 105k, but someone with 40k gets to 140k, you know, someone with 45 now gets to like 180. The scale, everything scales. It's because it's not one multiplier, because it's not like times 200. It has multiple inputs for the scaling. So for instance, like weapon, leader skill, and then potentially like a passive buff from a teammate or even from themselves, you know. These all add up real quick. Which one do I want to do? This one. No, I have to kill him first. But yeah, that's why it's generally better to do your attack team characters first, because your attack team you'll be able to use against everyone's defense team who have boosted their defense team. Your defense team will only work against people who have boosted their attack team, and then even then, attack team. Why did they do that? Your attack team, your defense team could just get countered by like an effect-based team that doesn't need percentages. You know, like infection doesn't need percentages. The only people who need percentages are like people who need to hit hard. Like let's say Protector Mercer, you're right, because he does percentage damage. You know, he's doing separate attacks. He needs as high percentage as possible. Whereas, well, actually all of these characters are pretty much the same. They all need as high as possible when it comes to the damage. These are all percentage damage dealers. Whereas someone like Commander John doesn't necessarily. And even someone who does like burn and bleed, as much as it can be based off their own attack, doesn't necessarily. Okay, we finished that roadmap. That's nice. All done. All done. She's needed for the roadmap. Who? I mean, oh, you mean Lily? Yeah, Lily's needed for the roadmap. I was saying, has anyone used Lily in war? Did anyone try her out? We don't have too many strong defense teams at the moment that I can really think of, except maybe like the Bite or Denise teams, isn't it? And yeah, don't know if I want to get LB3 Martinez and Regina, or Martinez and her weapon. I don't think you can get Regina Martinez and her weapon. Like normally you can get all of the character, plus you have a little bit left over. All of the characters, what, 2k, and then sometimes you have like 500 left over. So you can maybe get 2,500. I don't think you can get, if you want Regina, you can maybe get 1 copy of Martinez. You know, maybe 2, maybe 2. I haven't done the maths, but this is just how it is in the events. If you want the weapon, you can get 1 copy of Martinez. If you I would say if you want 1 copy of Regina, you're better off doing 6 pulls on Ultra Will. In terms of like an LB3 character versus 1 character grade 4. You can get grade 4 with 6 pulls on Ultra Will. Martinez and Regina, or Martinez and her weapon is that. Yeah. I did. She works well with Lethal Lydia. Nice. Did you just primarily use her against strong defense teams, Logan? Regina is better. A grade 4 on defense is not going to be better than LB3 on attack. It's just not. It's not the case, especially as his kit is extremely unique. No one's. You're not going to be like in 2 months' time going, oh, another character exactly the same as Martinez has come out. It's okay. I can just easily replace him. He's kind of like only the character who can do what he can do. Whereas Regina, she's a death lead. It isn't. I don't think she's that big a problem. Unless you've got her completely maxed out with the tools around her. If you've bought a lot of characters, I mean, actually, how much is she through offers? 1,700, right? Is it shirts? What do I need to get for this? Is it shirts? No, shirts is the energy. Regina Revenge. Is it these? Nah, this isn't it. This is something completely different. It's these, right? 1,000. So you can pick up one copy of her for like, I guess that's $25 to $30. That's an LB3 character, Cesar Martinez, for $25. Yeah. The offers for events generally aren't too bad if you're gonna spend. Yeah. Like, if you saw my previous video about the battle pass, completing the battle pass costs $200. Whereas in comparison, like, these offers are pretty reasonable. Like this is nearly enough to pick up Martinez and Regina, and it's like $35, $40. Ransack and added up AAP drain to it. All Paragon. Huh. Between Martinez costs 2,000. You can get 3k of all milestones plus the ones from the bags, and usually the stash has. I mean, you can sometimes get the stash ones, right? Stash RNG. So, like, but even that being said, you're not getting, generally not going to get 4k. I think they upped the price of the weapon because of that. If you look at previous events that I've gone on my stream, the weapon used to cost 1.5k, and if you managed to pull everything, including the stash, the extra 400 that you talked about, I lucked out and got the weapon once, right? And the LB3 character. I don't think they're even allowing you the possibility of doing that now. Now, is her weapon like top tier and like really required? I don't think so, personally. I don't think so. It's okay, it's interesting, but I don't think it's like required. That's how I got Sandra in her weapon, yeah. I have 3 of the thread and it worked. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Who was your controller? Like your anti Outlast? Because you gotta have someone to deal with Outlast characters in that team, right? Unless you were just like nuking them and then taking the hit, potentially. I don't know. Have they reduced the price this time? Let's see. Should we get out the calculator? Here's the calculator, guys. One sec. Okay. You can claim this 25 times, so 25,000 of the tokens you can get. Right? And it's 60,000 for the character. So 35 times 25 means this is going to cost 875 for less than 50%. Okay? Remember this number, 875. Okay, we're just going to remember this number, 875. So what we do is we do 60 divided by 100s. No, wait, do we do it divided by 100s? No, we don't do that. Let's wait one second. Where's the start? It's +3. +3 equals. Cool. Now 0. Is it 25,000 divided by 60,000? So this is 25,000 is 41% of the getting one crate, okay? So 41.66. So what we do is we do 875 divided by 41.66 times, and that is how much they think that 60,000 TWD gold medals in compared to the value of how much they're selling it for is worth in this store. For 2,100 of these tokens, you can get Regina plus something else, plus one copy of Cesar Martinez. So they're saying that the Mythic Market character crates are better than Regina. One copy. They're saying that the Mythic Market character crates, just one crate, not 5, one crate is better than an LB3 Martinez. They massively are messing up the value of this, right? This is massively messing up the value. This is crazy. They did the same with Steel. It's pretty much identical to the Steel roadmap. I did the Steel calculations on his. Then they're not giving out enough TWD gold medals, and when they do, they give out a completely terrible pricing. They haven't even worked this out, is my guess. Someone's told them you only need 10,000 of these tokens to get one character, is what I feel. Because if I divide this by 2.5, that for one crate is still expensive. It's still crazy expensive. That is actually nuts. I think... I don't even know. I don't even know. That's nuts. Let's times 2.5. 1 second. So this is the value we were before. Now divide by 5, because then maybe they think it's 5,000 per character, because they're giving 25 of it. I don't know. Divide by 5, and it's pretty much the same as what they're valuing Martinez at. So it's as if they think that the characters cost 5k each instead of 60k. Because if they cost 5k each, same value as Martinez. But if they cost 60k, well, it's the same value as... It's actually more expensive than 3 Martinez. So dumb. So dumb. They're increasing the price of the weapon with each new event before it costs... Yeah. I think it randomly goes back and forth. Like, one event will be 2k. The next will be 1.5. One event will be 2. I think they're trying to find a sweet spot. Like, Scopely are always looking at stats, right? Always looking at stats. They don't listen to what players say as much, but they're always looking at stats. And if they bring something out and it makes money, they'll do it again really quickly. Really quickly. And then what they'll do is they'll push it down our throat. This is something that has been raised in PC. It's just because something is successful doesn't mean we want to see it every day or every week or every month, right? We don't want to see it all the time. Even if it is successful, rotate it a little bit. Have some sort of rotation, because the second you start pushing it down our throats, like this monthly event is so carbon copy paste of every single event we have. Every single monthly event is exactly the same now, that it's just dull. The monthly event was the big draw for free-to-play for a long time. Now it's not. What else has free-to-play got? Not much. Not much, unfortunately. It is a dull affair for sure. But yeah, they're massively messing up the TWD gold medals. Massively messing them up. Romance, not even fun. Yeah, exactly. Like, I remember they used to do monthly events where all you had to do was like maybe like something for 5 minutes a day. Sure, you had to do it every day, but it only took 5 minutes. It wasn't about like trying to make you so hate the game so much that you get out your credit card to stop doing it. that isn't what it was about. It was that you liked doing it so much. It was like, damn, that's all I could get today. Damn. Well, I could get more if I get my credit card out, rather than, oh, I really hate this roadmap. Like, it's just completely other end of the scale on the mental, like, stuff. It used to be much better. Now, I'm not saying necessarily that Scopely valued our time, but I actually joked about it a bunch of times. Hey, good. Cygnus, thank you very much, bro. 40 months. 40. Nice. Nice. I appreciate it. But I've joked about it in the past. And you guys who have been here for a long time know I've joked about it in the past where I've said, like, Scopely, you know, the more time we're in roadmaps, the less time we're in the store. And that's the truth. That's the truth. If I'm in a roadmap for an hour, that's an hour I'm not looking at the store and the offers, guys. You know? Like, in the service, is it service industry or like the, it's not service industry, it's the food industry, basically, you know? They get you in the door with something basic, like an offer. Like, why do they do buy one, get one free? But they assume you're going to buy a drink, right? And the drinks are really expensive, but and you're more willing to buy a drink because you've got good value elsewhere. You're like, damn, that drink is like 1.5 times how much it costs elsewhere, but I'm actually getting the food for half price, right? Or you know, you buy one get one free or whatever. So it's like, doesn't feel as bad. Whereas what Scopely does is to get that pizza, you've got to run this assault course for 20 minutes. And then like dodge the live machine gun rounds. This is a live raid. on your knees. Crawl along, do not stand up. These are live rounds, this is live ammunition. Yeah, that's how it feels like anyway. We want something easier. I mean, I don't want it easier. I just want it shorter. Give me one stage that's mad difficult per day. Make it take 5 minutes to do a really difficult stage. And great. And you can change it up every day. You know? Whereas right now it's like 15... Is it 15 a day on these events? It takes way too long time. It's like... What I mean when someone's made out to be drowning, hand reaching out for help. And the others come instead and help just... Yeah, I mean, pretty much. That was a joke that people used to say about Scopely in the past as well. Like, keep on surviving. That was a joke. And they can at least give us a grey market currency for faction events, not roadmap energy. Yeah, I don't like the... I like the convoluted stuff where it's like... complete all these things and missions and stuff to get an energy, to do a roadmap, to get the item to get in the market. It's just like, I've already done the missions to get the stuff. Why do I have to use that stuff to do the roadmap? Like, it just, like, it takes even longer. So these daily roadmaps for steel, right? These ones down here. Where is it? The smash and shatter. Right? To get the stuff to run these, you also have to do the missions first. Right? You have to do these missions. This isn't going to take 5 minutes. Completing 10 SR stages, surely you can do your daily. You might even be able to attack and flee. Takes a little bit of time. 10 raids takes a bit of time. Now this can be instantaneous, but if you haven't done Faction Assault like me, where I hadn't done Faction Assault like recently, it resets, you know? Talent upgrades, that's reasonably quick, but have you got the characters to do it? Roadmap stages, Potentially you could do that with... No, you can't do that with anything else. So it's like a... Maybe this takes another 10 minutes on top of how long the roadmap takes, you know? And it's... If it was a full LB3 character, maybe. But it's not. What do you guys think about this weapon? 80% more damage to enemies who are impaired. Is there any tough, strong characters that does, like, impair? Davey? Does Davey do impair first? He had a weapon attached to him, didn't he? What about Wendy? Does she impair first or does she impair second? She impairs... Oh no, she doesn't impair. Oh, she impairs... Oh no, she stuns. Okay, never mind. I thought she impaired. I thought she was like a mini Davey. Is it her passives? Days when performing a critical hit. Okay, so she has to hit them to impair them. Now, what about Davey? It's scrolling up. Where is he? No. Okay, he impairs first. His base weapon's pretty good. But I don't think he's much of a damage dealer, really. He's not terrible, but... Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he could do the stuff and then you follow up with someone else. Wendy, I think, like, you'd impair with other characters and then you'd follow up with another damage dealer. Do we even have a strong damage dealer that's, like, accessible? Like, and good? Well, I will say, Father's Day Tyrese was extremely popular on my video to recommend characters, so, you know, he could potentially be the guy. He hasn't gone attack. I mean, that would actually be sick. And that would make that battle pass weapon more viable to go for a lot of people. 80% attack is a big boost. But Tyrese with Ransack is so good as well. Yeah. That's pretty much it, isn't it? I think he gets attack. Oh, he gets Ransack. Maybe him, actually. Although I don't think it works with his Adrenaline Rush. He deals damage. This can crit. So it can proc. Interesting. Interesting. I'm excited for Spencer. He might be fun to fidget with. Not really. I'm actually more excited for Martinez. Like, there's quite a few amped characters in the game. I don't know if I can show you that, actually. Can I do that? And with Martinez, every single one of them can just rush instantly. I can actually show you to a certain extent. So every character you see here, you can get to rush straight away in a fight. Every single one. Now, some of them are better than the others, but like you could rush with Crag straight away off of turn 1 and just take out Eris instantly. Whereas before you had to command him. You know? You could have a support character in here. Damage roll character gets 100% attack. I mean, you kind of be weakening your team with too many support characters. Isn't Martinez a retribution specialist? Yeah, that's why he'd be giving AP to everybody. And then amped characters have already got 50% of their max AP. Right? So they'd have their max AP straight away. Let's see Sandy. The character would already have to be controlled with her. When killing an enemy, equal chance this fighter gets either 50% of their max AP or double that amount. mean, that it doesn't make much difference. I don't think I think she adrenaline rushes every single turn. Or for the first 2 turns. If this fighter has more attack than enemy, yeah. It's just she doesn't do anything to when she takes them out. That's the only issue. Big damage though. Big damage. It would have been nicer if she like reduced people's bonus HP first, you know, because she has to get through bonus HP, and deal damage is countered by bonus HP quite badly because you obviously it's flat. It's reasonably flat damage. It does have some variance, but not as much as it would if it could crit. His is massive, right? See, look, 1300% damage versus 500, potentially 1000. And he removes the bonus HP, like I said, so yeah. Crag is that guy. Crag is that guy. What about her rush? Yeah, no control again. You couldn't use all of them. I mean, you could potentially... She potentially could have a comeback. Potentially. Again, you need to control them, but 800% damage to a line. And if they're tanks, she's got the tank buster. This guy's kind of underrated. But it's mainly his signature moves that's really good. Deal 25% of the target enemy's defense's damage to a line of enemies. So for instance, if you attack Spencer with this guy, he can nuke the line. Because you saw Spencer's defense rating, right? It can get up to the thousands. You could potentially attack Spencer twice, then use Anniversary Glen against Spencer, and it would do like 200, 300,000 damage. Potentially. Because he was up to... Oh no, wait. He was up to 11,000, so he could do... Yeah, it could do crazy amounts of damage. That's 11 plus 11,000% as well, not plus 11,000 defense. The bad thing is that characters with amped free to play are bad. None of the amped characters that are free to play. Well, I know, like I said, Glenn's just got some niche usability. Crag wasn't free to play. Sandy wasn't free to play. And then the rest are all reasonably defensive. Mia wasn't free to play. I don't think she's very good though. Her main thing was her sig, right? Defense down, block removal, and defense down. Yeah. Maybe they bring out a new amped character, you know? It does make amped a bit more viable. Have to wait and see. I think the potential there of Martinez's teams is actually, like I said, because he's unique, and AP gain is honestly, AP gain is the thing in this game that a lot of other games don't have. Like other games have speed meters, which is kind of what it is, but ultimates in this game are way more devastating than a lot of games, just because a lot of the time they're the takedowns, whereas in other games they're not necessarily. It's content based. It can just be like an enhancer, like it enhances their attacks and stuff. Enjoying the RTS content. Was wondering how come the stuff in your store is way cheaper. I'm not sure. I don't know. Just is. Is it? How much cheaper is it? Like, how much is your battle pass? Like, it seems like an actual proper figure, you know, £9.99. It isn't like it's £8.29. I know this one says £3.29, but and this one says £33.39. But £9.99 seems like a normal price. The key bundle was 50 quid. Which one? This one. That's £50 for you. Are you on iOS? Prices also depend on what country you're from. Yeah, I assume he's from England too because he's got pounds. I doubt he's going to be from somewhere else. But I mean, theoretically, yeah, that's why it is, because you're on iOS. iOS always had more expensive stores. But what you can do, if you want, let me just show you something. If we go to the web portal, you can see the offers on the web portal here, right? Offers on the web portal, and it's $50. So that would be around about 40 quid. So you'd save a little bit of money. It won't save as much as I am, apparently, but you'll save a little bit of money. Okay. So the web portal, if you're on iOS, the web portal is the way to go, generally speaking. Or you could download the game on an emulator on your PC, and then if you want to buy offers, just load it up on the emulator, buy the offer, switch back to your main device. Just make sure the offer's fully loaded, and then after you buy an offer, run a roadmap, because it can mess up if you switch too quickly. And then you'd have to contact Scopely. They'd probably fix it for you, but it could take weeks, like, because you're basically saying, I bought an offer but didn't get the stuff, and then they'll look at your account and it will show that you did, and you won't be able to explain it to them very well, you know. So if you do it, just make sure you run a roadmap afterwards on an emulator. But yeah, the web portal seems to be the way to go for you. Let me just claim this crate from here. Sign in with Facebook. Did I claim it? It's signing in still. Claiming it. Hello game. Thank you. And I'll check in as well. Hey, what's up, Mr. C? How's it going, man? What's going on with Resident Evil, Mr. C? Is there something happening? I saw there was like a remake potential coming. It's no longer cheaper for me to get through Amazon. My prices are the same as yours. As mine. Alright, okay. Yeah, Amazon was the cheapest for ages, I'll be honest. Amazon, and not just that, Amazon used to have the thing where, like, you effectively got 20% more coins, you know, or whatever, more currency of their store currency. So you made double savings. Amazon was legit as hell at one point. Really, really good. But yeah, it's kind of fallen off a little bit now. But you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. There you go. 2 goodies. Sure who that is. Nothing announced, but there has been rumors about RE9 coming out. It's a brand new game in that case, so I'm having my hopes, but we get a title early 2020, end of 24. Yeah. I mean, they probably want to get out before GTA comes out, otherwise it could have issues. I think a lot of games are going to be pushed out before GTA comes out. At this point, just make me want to play RE more. I've never really played a Resident Evil game except the very first couple, which is the one you start. I mean, I played a demo as well, where you pretty much start in a graveyard. That one I played a little bit, but I think it was mainly a demo. I played the very, very first original, where like you're going around. Police station or something, And then I also played one. These could also be all the same game, by the way, because I can't really remember. And then I also played one where you went into a house. I think it was actually a police station. That was also a house, or it was maybe 2 different places in the same game. I played the one where you had to, if you spoke to a desk at a police station 200 times, you got like an Easter egg from doing that. Should be RE2. I mean, it might have been the original. I'll be honest, Mr. C. It might have been the original. Impossible to compute. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they can't. They have to get out quicker. Why does Scriptly still offer S-Class cards in the store? People still buy them apparently. That's the only reason they offer them. Is people are still buying them. Oh yeah, that's RE2 original. Yeah, that was funny. Okay, and then there was another one where it was like, and there was a submarine in it under the house. And there was loads of puzzles in the house. The house was just full of puzzles. You had to move the busts of people. You know, where it's just like the upper chest and the head, and you had to move them around. I remember doing that, and there was like crystals you were having to get. Desk is trash. Nothing in the desk. Yeah. That's RE7. Really? That's recent though. I don't. Unless that came out like 7 years ago. Think you have to search it like 50 times for it. Yeah. Isn't it a picture of like his girlfriend or something? I can't remember. Pretty random. RE7 Biohazard. Which one's the one that has a big worm in the middle of a courtyard? Should be. It's an 8-year-old game now. Man, it doesn't fit. It feels like way longer ago than only 8 years. Like it feels like 2010. You know, it feels like that long ago. Like maybe 2000 and like that, between 2005 and 2010. But apparently, you know. The Gravedigger. See, I played a few of them, but I also played them at friends' houses where like I'm generally been good at games, right? So my friend would be playing a game and I'd go over to his house and they'd be playing and be like, oh, I can't do this part and all this. And I would just like, I would do that part, you know, or I'd do the puzzle. But I didn't play it for very long. Like I played it for like an hour and a half with the person. It's kind of like fun to play the puzzle stuff together, you know? I actually emulated those games. They were amazing for $19.99. Yeah. I think I rented, or had rented for me, Resident Evil 1 when it first came out from Blockbuster. I rented a couple of games from Blockbuster. And I remember I completed a couple of games from Blockbuster. And then there were some that were just so hard. So hard. And I was like, there's probably some people who go back non-stop to pick up new games. Like the same game over and over and over and over again, you know, just non-stop. Have to complete it. Although I will be honest, it's kind of fond memories renting games. Like I remember renting FIFA for a weekend and just blitzing it with a friend, and I can still remember that weekend playing FIFA for a weekend, like renting FIFA from Blockbuster. But I've played FIFA way more since then, and I can't really remember it as much. It just all blends together. Whereas that weekend, I can remember playing FIFA. It's how it goes, isn't it? It's a different like kind of like feeling to only have a game for a weekend. My first person shooter was Halo, believe it or not. My first person shooter. I think the first one I ever played was at my uncle's house. He just got like a really good PC for at the time. And he loaded up, I think it was either a demo or maybe it was the full game of Doom, the original Doom. And it was amazing. You know, like, it was amazing. Because the games I'd played before that were on like, I don't even think it was on an Atari. It was on this like weird it was almost like a typewriter, and the games were cassettes. I think they were either cassettes or like really the old school massive floppy disks, and you were just like driving a motorbike and you just did left and right to dodge stuff. That's proper old school. And then obviously things like Nintendo came out, Duck Hunt and stuff like that. Like Duck Hunt was massive. Is anyone old enough to remember cassette days are amazing? Is anyone old enough to remember I think it was called Games Master on TV? Spectrum, it might have been Spectrum that I had, I think, maybe. Sounds about right. Games Master on TV. I used to tune into that all the time. And it was just to see people play games. That's all I was watching. I just wanted to watch people. That was like the first time I ever saw people, and people competed against each other one-on-one. So Patrick Moore, yeah. My first shooter was a game called Combat Arms, hilariously enough. I have very old videos on my channel on that game. I used to love it. Legit the buggiest festival ever game. Yeah, you kind of ignore the bugs while you're passionate about the game, right? The second you start getting annoyed by the game, those bugs seem really big. Like you notice everything. It's like RTS. You don't notice it as much if you're loving the game. If you're not liking the game, suddenly all you can think about is all the bugs that are in the game. But yeah, Games Master was great. I can't really specifically remember any particular competition they did, but like it was like they would have people won. It was like I think they do it today where it's like games done quick on Twitch or something like that, right? But they're not really competing against each other. It's just more for fun. Whereas this was like competing against each other, and you got like a prize and stuff if you did it well. I mean, that was a kind of tough stage. It's good that they had low HP. I was 10 years old and could barely form a sentence in English. I was reading that. I was like, 10 years old and he can barely form a sentence. And then I read the last bit in English. I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because the other way's messed up. Funny. Okay, who are we putting in here? I say this don't really have anyone, do they? Other than leaders. I mean, I guess I can put him there. He's just like controlling stuff, but it's pretty weird. Wolfenstein. Little known fact, guys. Do you want to know a fact? I played for the best team that ever played Wolfenstein. My team was very, very good. I also played for Team UK in Wolfenstein as well. Won a lot of tournaments and a few LANs as well. When are you getting back to streaming, Mr. C? Mr. C doesn't play RTS. That's a problematic scenario. I know this. I managed to somehow find his Twitch channel. Yeah, that was me when I retired though. I was commentating for a while. But I was a very good player. But I could do things very particularly. But everyone else was always like, how good is your aim and stuff like this, whereas I was all about timing and grenades and airstrikes. My aim was okay. I mean, I out-aimed people, but it was my smart like decision making rather than like anything else. I've been retired for what, 3 years? Time flies. I don't think it's been that long. I think it's been like a year and a half. I don't think it's been like that long. Actually, maybe like 2 years. But like 2022. But like 2 years, you know? So that's 3 years ago, 24, 23, 22, but just because I think you were around for certain characters. I could look on my I mean, like, to be fair, you do comment on a couple of my videos, so I can't really check that well. That's why I said lock. I know he stopped. What? Oh, I know he stopped. Okay. But yeah, Return to Castle Wolfenstein was like, what happened, right, was my friend I think I've told this story a couple of times. My friend got a brand new PC in I can't remember what year it was. I think it was around the year 2000, right? Around the year 2000, just before, like, I think it was before the year 2000. So I think he was like talking about the fact that his PC might come alive and take out the entire family when it gets to the year 2000, you know. But he had a CD rewriter, and it was like one of the first editions of CD rewriters to come out. And I think it was like late 90s or year 2000, you know. And we went to a shop and bought games and copied them. And then we had like a base CD that we copied and made. It was like, we called it like the master CD. And then we copied that game and sell it to people for like the CDs. We could get like, I think we could get like 40 for like £10 at one point, or £15. It was pretty good. It had a certain amount of storage, but it was enough. And we sell the games for like £5 each, right? And we did this quite a bit. We've got quite a lot of. Oh, no, I didn't mean to do that. We've got quite a lot of versions of the game. But when we went back one time, they were like, "Nah, we can't take it." We were like, "Why?" It's like, "Oh, you can only return it 10 times." And that game I had in my hand was Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and that's why I played it. Because I still had it, I had the official CD key, and that was it. I'm still somewhat active. I haven't touched the game at all, but it's changed, sadly. It seems not for the better. I mean, Mythics hasn't changed too much, but they haven't really added too much to the game when it comes to what your characters can do. And it's not like a new addition like combat mods was added or anything like that. So I don't think much has changed on that side of things. Obviously, they're adding a new tier of levels soon. I think that's gonna be big problems for the game long term, but we'll see. Or short term, as the case may be. 20 likes on the stream, guys. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Just burning my way through this roadmap. See, this is decent in terms of it's not too difficult. New players can have a chance. The still roadmaps are just crazy for new players. I think actually impossible, right? If you're like a year player, you're gonna struggle on this. Well, not on this one, on the still roadmaps. Like I think a lot. And soon enough, they're going to be adding those silly stellar roadmaps. And I say silly just because for how many stages it is, I don't like the design. If it was one stage, that design, that'd be fine, but it's not. It's 15 stages, that design, and it's just like, yeah. It's not difficult. That's what I mean, like, having roadmaps like this is kind of standard, just quickly get through it. The characters now compared to years ago is different for amount of stuff going on. It's not could be a legit 4 or 5 different things at least in the controller of tanky characters. That's the thing, right? The problem with the game right now is, and has been for about 2 years, like, honestly, is that defense teams have got a lot of synergy. Every defense team's made with massive synergy, but attack teams don't have as much synergy. Really, and it's because attack team characters don't have as much that they can do, because a large part of attack team's kit is generally like hit the character really hard. That's generally a large part of the kit, whereas defense team characters can do that too, but it's as well as everything else that they can do. Whereas, like, you see, I mean, you haven't seen it, but there are characters that all they do is damage on their rush, just hit someone really hard. It's just like, well, that's not really good enough anymore. Have to do something else. Either self buff, self heal, cleanse something, someone. You know, something else has to happen now. Just straight up percentage damage is just not it. I've seen Kenny. Kenny's got a lot going on. Just to see the rest of it. I think he just stopped playing just as the defense meta came in. I think that's why part of the reason he stopped playing was because it was a really heavy defense meta started, and he was just like, I can't be bothered. I think that's pretty much the premise I got from your. Oh damn, this is a tanky stage. That's the premise I got from your thing. Could be wrong there, of course, but okay, let's see if we can take him out. Well, that's not ideal, is it? Didn't I have someone who could normalize in this team? Oh yeah, she's over here. Is she getting... Is it a 2-turn normalize? Yeah. I need my adrenaline rush or somebody. Okay. Okay. Should be good now. I've had Laura. I'd have Laura lock Infect Princess and the other locks. Yeah, it's a good combo. It's a good combo. I built my team for auto though, and that you can't auto that. Can I do holiday? Oh, I can. I can take Tyrese. Actually, I'll give him... I don't really have one, actually. I need to build one still. I saw the meta and where it was going, sadly I in life at the time was looking more towards, yeah, I've played the game for 2,000 games on the dot. I might as well take a break, which in turn meant I quit the game, yeah. Was doing the second best in RTS community at the time. Yeah, that's the way it goes. If you're not enjoying it, you're not enjoying it, you know? It is what it is. I remember you had a video, didn't you, that went viral randomly. That's kind of hilarious. I don't think I've had one of those in RTS for a long time. It's kind of hilarious though. YouTube decided, hey, you know what? We like this video. For no apparent reason. Just we like this video. I actually watched the entire video. I was trying to work out what YouTube liked. It was just like, it just seems like a normal video like you normally do with the other videos. They just decided this is the one. You know? Enjoying random people that had no idea what it was. Exactly. So interesting. So interesting. They like Kenny. They like, oh, Kenny, cool. Yeah, so it was like to do Telltale. So yeah. What's up, Kathy? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a good evening. I'm not sure if I've got enough to do this roadmap just yet. I can just hit auto, I guess. What's your #1 hope for the Mythic Market reset, guys? I will say that PC did submit the list of characters to Scopely today. I will message Scopely tomorrow to see if I can talk about which ones got submitted, but I probably won't be allowed to talk about it until they come out, because they might remove characters and they don't want to seem like they're removing characters. You know, it makes sense, but PC had very good ideas about what characters to do. And honestly, I think a lot of the responses mirrored that. Exactly the same sort of picks. I only want him. Hey, what's up, one ball? I won't mind some more alert tunes in the dev crate. Is there any like characters that were released around that time? I look back the channel and can't stop laughing that I retired the 1 month everything was looking the best for the channel. A month into the CC program too. Yeah, like the timing was not great, but hopefully everything's going alright for you, bro. Because like you just started a job. That was like another thing that happened. So it's just like priorities at the end of the day, bro. Priorities. Like unless you're able to properly make a living from doing YouTube content, it's hard to dedicate a lot of time to it. You know. I mean, I'm at the point where I have time but can't dedicate it to the channel because there's nothing to make content on. The game's in that point. I'm trying to just like fill the void at the moment. I think this month I'm just gonna be doing loads of character like guides and stuff like that. Telltale is cool and Kenny's and Telltale, but this is about Kenny, so going viral. It literally, I remember he pasted it in the content creator channel and he was like, I can't remember exactly, but it's just after a certain amount of time he had like a couple of thousand views, or it was like nearing 2,000 views, and it was really good. And I was like, wow, that's not too bad. And then I said about the firework. If you, I think I said about the fireworks. You got to load it up in something else to watch the fireworks, like on your PC client or something, on your PC like webpage. Fireworks are worth it. They've got passives. Yes, but no mods. Really? They should make a new box that is legacy and has characters that would have been available before the lower price. I mean, they should do a lot of things. I think we can agree there, right? Things are looking okay too. It's not impossible I might take a manager role, but yeah, I'm not there yet. I want to cause health. Or do I want it? Because health-wise, I still need to get better. You know. All right, makes sense. At least you're you're on the right path and stuff. You feel like you're on the way. It's a big deal, man. How did she get Reflect Kill? I thought she did Guardian Shields. I thought that was her whole thing. Like, hey, I do Guardian Shields. Like, I thought that was how she rolled. Okay, she should be dead, but I think he's gonna die, isn't he? Nope. Is he controlled? Oh no. Oh no, wait. I forgot that Tyrese is normalized. I'm like, Lily, where's your signature move? Where's your signature move? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that point. BP continued. With Regina released, I am thinking crazier attacks and defenses are on the way. Plus, Captain Trainer sounds like a secret slow era change to me. I mean, you do know how it works, right? They're just making it so that the level cap goes to 880 on characters from you being able to level them up. That's just it. I think it's 880. You know, the top one. The 720 at the top goes up to 880 instead. But to do that, you will need the captain trainer. He's the only one who can level up your characters from 721 onwards. So normal trainers don't mean anything after 721. What I do hope, and again, PC did put this forward to Scopely. We put a lot of things forward to Scopely, but we said about like the medals. If they're gonna bring in new tiers, the medals before have to be more accessible, so that the new medals are the things that are the issue, not like the old medals. You know, if I can't get to the new tier, I'm not even gonna buy the new offers. You know. Did they say when Captain Trainer will be available before the next? Or who knows? Who knows? Who knows? They'll just switch it on one day. They'll announce it. Stellar roadmaps will go live. It'll be all part of the same deal, no doubt. This game does not fit a slow-paced era at all. Sadly, the one thing I really enjoyed with the brand new era was that early defense teams were quick to breeze through. Fun game too. Yeah, true enough. True enough. But I don't think this game could survive a new era. Like straight up, if they made a new era again, no, they lose a percentage of the player base every time. And I think this just proves how good the S-Class era was. The S-Class era was amazing. It was amazing. Easily the best era we had. And I'll be honest, it's the one I push for the most in terms of like constantly feeling like you're collecting a character is a good feeling. They didn't execute it 100% well because you had to still have the full 10,000 to get the character, but at least you felt like you're progressing. What it should have been was it's 1,000 to get the character and then 9,000 more to fully max them out, and you would slowly be upgrading your characters. That would have been the best way. Exactly like they have in like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. You know, if they changed Walking Dead to a game like that, it would have been much better. S-Class era. S-Class era was the only era after the first 5-star era where the game was getting more players coming in than leaving. That was the only era that they've had that. Mythic, people leave on a monthly basis more than they like. More than people come into the game. So let's say like 200 people come into the game, 205 will leave. You know, it will slowly go down, and then sometimes big things will change, or it'll be even quicker. Like more people will leave. Like at New Year's, people decide, hey, I don't want to do this thing anymore, and sometimes that can be a game. And you know how it is with War of Champions. After War of Champions, some people can be like, yeah, this is it for me, I'm done. You know, play War of Champions, I'm out. You know, that's how it could be. But S-Class people seem to just stick around for longer. And I could see it on my content because my streams were going from like 40 viewers a stream, 50, 60, and I was averaging on my normal Monday and Thursday streams. I was averaging between like 110 and 140 viewers. And then on the big streams, it would be like 300 to 400 on like Battle Pass releases and stuff. Easily it was the big time. It stuck out massively. And they must have made way more money in that era as well. That's the funny bit. They made probably way more money in the S-Class era than any other era. Because there were more players. More players were enjoying the game too. 6-star was the worst. Yeah, 6-star was bad, but it was also badly executed. You know, in how they decided to like go from 5-star to 6-star. Yeah, it was bad. And there was YouTube-wise, there was more YouTubers interested in making content. I don't know. It was just, yeah. I don't think, like, we're never going to get back to that, obviously. But it is what it is. S-Class was also tied into probably the healthiest time for the franchise as a whole. What, you mean the TV show? I mean, I guess, yeah, true enough. True enough. But I mean, I think... I mean, yeah, I mean, you've got a point, but... This isn't based on the TV show, that's all. There were people who quit before the S-Class era that I knew, even content creators, because they thought the S-Class era was too pay to win compared to the 6-star era, which is hilarious because the 6-star era is a joke. But yeah, I remember how the S-Class Princess was a real game changer. Now, not even Danny feels that way. I mean, Danny was a massive game changer when he was first released. But they don't have, that's the thing, they don't have any characters like Princess. They don't have any characters like her. And she was very early on in the era. I think she did too much, I will say that. But her kit was so well made. Wait, it was turn 2 initial cooldown. That's not right, is it? I thought it was turn 1. Was it not turn 1? What? Why did I think you could do her taunt turn 1? Oh no, wait. I don't know, wait. It's weird. I guess because everything's turn 1 now. But yeah. 3 enemies get normalized and taunt for 3 turns. 3 turns. It should have been 2. Let's be honest. It was too powerful. Should have been 2. Then the adrenaline rush comes in because she gets attacks and she would get her adrenaline rush from those attacks. Do 1000% damage to a line of enemies. This fighter gains bonus HP. Blah 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 blah. But she'd also have the procs from this, from the taunted attacks. And then her weapon, when being attacked, 75% chance to get 60% attack, stacked with her berserker as well. Monumental character, like Priya and Princess in the same team. I remember I ran double Princess, double Priya, Princess, Doc Stevens, and who else did I run? Was it? It could have been Rick, but I think it was Kenny. That was one team. And the best thing about the S-Class era compared to any other era, I had 4 attack teams as a free-to-play. 4 attack teams. Whereas now, there isn't even really 4 properly viable attack teams. You might be able to make like 2 as a free-to-play. But I had like 1 for every defense. And this is when there was only 1 defense that people used, like in war, but there wasn't, not everyone used the same defense because there was a variation in defense. Whereas now it's like there is a forced variation, but most people still use heavily, like very similar attack teams. What am I looking for? S-Class. Is it S-Class? Oh, okay. Well, have I clicked Mythic as well? I don't want Mythic. Man, and also, some people might not know, but Kenny coming out, right? He was the best video I ever released. In the first hour of Kenny coming out, I got nearly 1,500 views, which is really, really high from my channel. In the first hour. It was Kenny, free to play, anniversary edition. I think this is the second Kenny I got, because surely I had the other one. No, I didn't max him out. Maybe I maxed him out on my other region. Kenny, the best clickbait character. No, it was just the first hour was the best I ever had on my channel. The best video I ever had, I got 800 views an hour for 12 hours straight, and that wasn't even an RTS video. That was a video talking about The Walking Dead. like a random Walking Dead game. And Kenny was really good, not like Martinez, who is very niche. I mean, yeah, I agree. This character was just very good because he was a percentage damage dealer booster. And most characters are percentage damage dealers. You know? Just, yeah. Whereas Martinez, the way he works, is he's very good with particular characters like amped characters. Or other characters that have AP game within their kit. But I mean, he could be good otherwise. It's not like his damage is going to be terrible, but... What's he meant to get 75% attack? This, fighting up to 2 teammates, get elusive for 2 turns. This fighter gains 50% of their max AP. So I think... Wasn't it Dr. Stevens? Oh man, I can't. Should we just like build the team? Reminisce. Shall I just have a little bit of a reminisce? Let's have a little bit of a reminisce. I can't remember exactly how it went, but we'll try. I think it was like this. This was one of my teams, right? This is one of my teams. And this is this is before people used 1535 too heavily. Because Rampage was actually good. Like straight up, Rampage was crazy. Where's the other? Did I sell one of the Prius? It might have been my other region. Or I might have sold her. I had oh, there she is. No, I had double Priya maxed out. Oh, I might have sold her to do the thing again. I can't remember. It might be in my other region though. I might have also only used single Priya. It is possible. And used Rick as well. I think maybe that's the case, to be honest. I think that's maybe the case. Oh, damn. I did use double Priya in my other region though, for sure. 5-star? Why does it keep like... Oh no, that's not 5-star. 6-star. Kenny. And then I think it was Rick. It must have been Rick. Like, I remember this is the best ever pull video I did as well. I did 100 pulls for Rick. Got like 20,000 views. Good old Rick. I'll put him there. And then the last one was a 5-star, right? 5-star, Doc Stevens. Is that it? No, that's not him. It might have been my other region where I had him, to be honest. Because I don't have him here, apparently. What the hell did I do in this region? I didn't have him in it. Oh, did he? Oh no, he became a 6-star. He was a 6-star, right? Oh, never mind. He was a 6-star. Sorry, my bad. Which one was it? It was that one. And then her base weapon was her thing. I did put something into her hands. Like I used, like people used Priya lead without 1535 just because that Rampage was so good. I can't remember what he had in his hands. I'll be honest. I don't think it makes much difference because I think he just used his 6 straight away. I could be wrong. And I think the trick was, I could be wrong, but I think the trick was Doc Stevens did his SIG. You commanded him. You did a basic attack with the 2 characters you wanted to rush next turn. Then you did Dr. Stevens to control. They got their rushes. You just did a basic attack with Princess. My team's going to get nuked right now. You did a basic attack with Princess. Then you buffed with Kenny. Blew up the team with Priya. And anyone who was still alive, you taunted with Princess. That was the one. 20% AP weapons. Now, you didn't put 20% AP on Priya. No way. No way. I think sometimes some people use 20% AP on, like, Conrad. Was that 6-star, though? Yeah, that was 6. And then the mods you had, I remember that I used to be able to cheese a particular mod really well. It was... Where's my team? When this used to work, it doesn't work anymore. This one. Attack while impaired. And then you like attack someone who had impair on defense. And then on her first hit she'd get impaired, and the second hit she'd get massive damage boost. Was the only way to proc adrenaline in turn 1? You mean to rush turn 1? Reflect was a joke, yeah. Reflect was a problem for sure. But then you just like wait, hope for the best, basically. Although I don't remember the Reflect being as problematic in the S-Class era as it was in the Mythic era. I'll be completely honest. And I think the reason I think that's the case is because some of the best damage dealers did deal damage, so couldn't get reflected. So you like Reflect was only countering like maybe one, like a handful of characters, whereas in the Mythic era, it's almost 95% of damage dealers are like multi attacks. I'm French. It's all good. It's all good. I put 1535 on Priya. I mean, I honestly, I'd have to go back, but I made a guide on Priya. That the way I used to use her, and I used to cheese the attack while taunted so much. It was great. Mercer was also fun. Cheesing with Mercer on attack. Was it Conrad who was on this? I could be wrong. Not sure if he was 6 or 5. He might have been 5. Whoops. I don't have him on this region. Oh no, I do. He's 5. I just completely couldn't see him. He was a tank. Oh, it is the tank, Conrad. I guess I don't have him on this region. Because what I had Conrad plus double alpha. Not those alphas. Not that alpha either. Let me switch to my other region. I mean, my characters are all still there. I'll just switch there and you can see it. Because I used to play 2 regions back in the day, for anyone who didn't know. So it's like still level like 200 on Schley. I stopped playing this like a month into Mythic, maybe less, maybe a couple of weeks. So you can see, I only got loads of characters because there was a gate and I did my pulls on this region for fun. So they were tough, 5 stars. It must have been damage dealers. I guess not. Were they 6 stars maybe? Yeah, they were. So this alpha, the collateral damage too. I'm pretty sure I had 2 of her. I think I must have sold them on my other region. I must have got rid of them because obviously you could ascend them to get silvers. I think I ascended them. Yeah, I ascended them. Well, that's great. But I had 2 of each, and I just had them both with an attack while impaired, and I just do basic attacks. And you could just melt an entire team like with just 4 basic attacks. It was so good. The fast response skill was crazy before being hit with the rush. Attack the attacker. Conrad was in your 5. Yeah, he's 5 starter. I didn't sell the shield. That was fun. Yeah. Finally, the weapons here don't look too bad. Like I remember stopping playing with these weapons, and I was gutted. I had like multiple fast healing weapons and stuff. They weren't very well made, that actually. Well, I think maybe defense team characters had to have AP on attack at one point. I think if I remember correctly, they couldn't have stats if they wanted to rush quick enough, because you didn't gain AP from SIGs. But yeah, is what it is. Was it this region or my other region? Also, my strong team was good fun. Brutus, Alpha, Command Rick. Yeah. Oh well, let's switch back to my other region. What's that? This is the biggest pull I ever had. Where is it? Roan. This is the best pull I ever had in the game. In the history of the game, this is the best pull I've ever done. Was I not single pulled, but like I pulled her in like a 60 pulls. And I got this character. As an S-class straight up. That was such a big pull. And she was so fun to use as well. Because it was one of the few times they introduced a soft counter in the game with her 3rd slot that was actually balanced. And that soft countered Jackie. And she was a lot of fun. She was actually a lot of fun to use. Days for 2 turns. This fire gets 50% crit. 3 turns and gains 40 AP. Big hit. If she takes out the character, 2 others get confused. This fire recovers. And she was a guardian shield, so it was kind of... She had a really nice kit, actually. Like, genuinely, really, really nice kit. The way it all worked together. And, like, I don't think she was too OP. I think she was just, like, really, really well balanced, but very good. I still remember when the army was good. Well, I mean, they haven't updated the army for ages, right? I mean, would you guys even want to see an update to the army? That's the question. I looked at an old Steam, and yeah, I used to run the team with Kenny. You showed earlier. Yeah, I think that was the standard team because you just didn't need any like particular weapons. But if you could blowtorch or like buy weapons or got lucky, I think people did do the 20% AP stuff. I think I got there near the end of the 6-star era, but yeah, because weapons only came in at the beginning of the 6-star era. Because I remember like putting stun on attack on my Shiva and being like so happy about that. I think I got 33% attack on it though. Have I still got Shiva or did I get rid of her? Hopefully I didn't get rid of her. Oh, I did. Oh no, she was a 6-star, yeah, not S-class, but yeah. 33% attack. Man, I remember this. I remember getting this. Do you know when I got this? This was on my very first stream. I got this live on my very first stream in RTS. And it was big. Like she was my first 6-star, and I didn't need to have any other 6-stars. She was so good, and she had a very similar kit to that Michonne that we just saw. Quite a balanced kit. Worked really nicely. man. Boy, oh boy. But now the weapons you buy or get in events are 10 times better than you can make. So yeah, I mean, I agree. I think I'm sat on massive amounts of blowtorches myself. I haven't crafted except doing 5% for ages, and 5% are pretty easy to do. How do I see my blowtorches? Are they in here? Items. Yeah, 237. I don't think there's anything I'm like short on when it comes to crafting. I used to be really short on duct tape. Right, people know from my chat I used to be like, oh, I've got no duct tapes. I've got 200 just sitting there. Like I've got 155 of like the rare items like carbon fiber stocks. Just don't, because I don't craft that much, like you say. A lot of it's just 5% upgrades. I now spend my torches for 5% upgrades. Exactly, same. It was another aspect of the game that was fun. Yeah. I guess it just, I mean, obviously it would stop making scripting money, but like I think just weapons being instantly good made them more money than redesigning stuff in the actual, you know, store or whatever. Let me see if I can find it. One sec. In class, S class. There's my preview of her. 100 pulls. It's crazy. Back in the day, my pull videos used to get more views than my previews. Whereas now it's the other way around. Because pulling now is, I would say, anyone want to agree with me? Pulling in the Mythic era is the least fun it's ever been in terms of pulling. Pulling used to be a bit more fun. S-Class era was genuinely fun to pull. Because, like, you could get, like, various amounts of cards. You could get the 1k cards, which was massive. You could get the straight-up S-Class. Or you could get the 5-star version, which was worth 4k. Was it 2k cards or 4k cards? Like, there was various amounts of what you could get that was good for your pulls. Whereas now, and honestly, and I know this is going to sound bad, but nothing was guaranteed. You only got one pity. I think it was 2k, yeah, it might have been. 2 plus 2 plus 6. I just can't remember, honestly, it's been a while. Who remembers the good old top or bottom armory for man, left or right, guys, left or right. Man, that was good. Let me just check my pulls we're showing here. What's that?
CDkeys.com.
Yeah, I know.
Shop the latest games and upcoming releases at the best price.
Hello, survivors, and I was like, you could hear how happy I was about to pull because it took me ages to save up 100 pulls. Hello, survivors, and welcome to another. I'm giggling and shit. I love this video, and in this video, I am going to do 100 pulls of Michonne. I have thought about it long and hard. I like the character a lot. She would work in obviously the teams I got, the teams I pulled for. So should we watch this, guys? One sec. She makes sense. She's a good character. She is good. She could be working as a damage dealer or a support character, so she has like a bit of variable. All of it which I like. At the same time as well. She kind of reminds me of Princess in that way, where I can use her defensively or offensively. So she has got some longevity there, which is important for me. Someone who, and when I said defensively, I meant like in an attack team. You know, not having to be an all-out damage dealer, but doesn't get coins on the regular, so using those coins in vast amounts quickly is very risky. And then back at this time, the content creator program gave 5k coins a month, so it took a long time to accumulate the amount of coins you needed to get the amount to do an actual pull. On top of the in-game, I used to rinse leagues in 3 regions, and I used to do the scav camp thing to get coins on the resets. Oh man, faction onslaught, yeah, holy shit, yeah, I just see that. Faction onslaught, bro. Like, nothing's changed though. It doesn't look any different realistically than the game does today. Does it? Is it still a thing? No, it's not a thing. They've said they're not doing Onslaught anymore, I think. And they've said they're not doing... I mean, actually, I don't know about Onslaught, but they've definitely said they're not doing... Oh, man, I can't remember what it's called. Hordes.
Risky.
But they haven't done Onslaught forever.
I'm going to do the 100 pulls, but if I get the S-Class, I stop straight away.
Yeah, no doubt.
If I get 2 of the 5 stars, I most likely will stop as well. I might do like an extra temple, maybe, but I would most likely stop as well. We are going to be getting enough to get the 5-star from 100 pull regardless, because we're going to get the diamond tokens that we can use in the diamond tokens part of the shop. And as you can see here, this will be 100 pull.
Remember this store? This was actually legit. This was actually legit. Whoever went for 6 stars over 5-star Ascendables, I don't know, but it probably was them people, you know.
Which would be 17 per 10 and 170 for 100. So we're guaranteed to get it. I don't think they've added anything else in here. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. I hope they did add the 34 for 200 of her cards, but it's not going to be the case. But anyway, we're just going to do the 100 pull. I'm not really sure.
Look how laggy it is, though.
Do this.
Look at this.
Whether
it's
I
taken
should do
ages.
This.
Man, it was so laggy.
In 10s, like 2 10s and a 40. It's hard to know how to do this. She's got a very different look between her 5-star and S-Class there.
It's the tokens from this roadmap. It is actually the tokens from this roadmap.
Probably going to do this in... I'm probably going to do this on...
And let's go old Douglas. We're probably going to get a new Douglas
soon. 40 first, and then I've got enough for 100 afterwards. And I did get asked to do it on Herschel. So I'm going to do the first 40 on Herschel. And this was from Man on the Moon, who said, do one of the polls on my boy, 5-star Herschel. So here he is, 5-star Herschel. We would have enough, pretty much exactly, for another 100 pull, if we were to get lucky. So here we go, guys. Here we go. Fingers crossed. If I can get her in the first 40, amazing. Let's go. Let's go. Obviously, all these 4-stars and such can be changed into trainers now, so that's good.
Is Moon still here? No.
We'd like to get her nice and early, even if it is just a 5-star ascendant.
When was this released? Nice. This video.
But if we get some cards, we're gonna get a couple of 5-stars. And some cards as well.
3 years ago.
We can get some big amounts of cards.
I think I hit the 1K cards as well, right? I actually hit the 1K cards on this, I'm pretty sure.
Jesus. Rods, get baited.
I remember I got like
characters coming
something really good. Or I hit the 1K cards twice. I think that's what happened. Like, I hit the 1K cards twice and got the S-Class. It was just absolutely bonkers.
52 cards. Okay. Glenn, some of these 5-stars are pretty decent at least. There's another bait. I'm gonna get Margaret to another 5-star.
Oh man.
Okay, we're probably over halfway through right now.
Man, I so much preferred the cards. Oh Jesus, these adverts are so weird. Jumped out of my skin.
Give me something tasty, please. Something that's useful. Something that's nice. Double chances. Never pulled an S-Class character. It's a straight S-Class. Give me something. Give me something. Even a 5-star ascendable right now, I'd be really happy. Just to take the pressure off myself. Just to take the pressure off, please.
I didn't check the odds. That would have been good to check.
59 cards. I think we're well into the multi-hundreds on the cards now, at least. Dr. Stevens. 94.
Hopefully I checked the odds just so we can see what it was like.
Alicia. 64. Kelly. Ooh, how many cards we get? How many? Loads of cards. We're going to check on the collection, and we get the 68 here from the multiple temples. Let's see how many cards we got. We've got 21k coins left. We knew we were doing 100. Oh, a lot of stuff is lagging right now. How many cards did we just get? Hopefully it's like 500 plus. 900. That is actually not too bad. That's not too bad from a 40. I think that's okay. Considering we didn't get any like 1,000 pull. That's not too bad.
Like, I remember I used to plan to do 100 pulls on characters, right? But not even get them. Just get as far into them as possible. Because the character became accessible within a month, generally speaking. And then you slowly got them. And my 100 pull just meant more. So it was generally always worth pulling, like, on any character you wanted. Whereas now, if you don't get the character when they first come out, you'll probably never see them again. Like, it's straight up like, I haven't seen Eva and Ghost since they were originally run, except in like random like side things, like Saviors from Hell and stuff like that. They haven't rerun them.
That's okay. Well, let's go again. What should I do now? I think I'm going to do the 2 10s now. And then I will do... And then I'll...
S-Class pulls, I swear the S-Class character did not exist at first in the wheel. No, there were people who showed screenshots with the S-Class. It's just, I think... You might not know this, right? But you can get... Oh, no, you do know this, because you've got a ×5 of Kenny, right? ×5 of a character is like 0.5%. I reckon getting a straight up S-Class was like 0.2. They didn't actually show the breakdown odds, if I remember correctly. They just showed the overall odds of getting the character. It was a little bit scammy, gonna be honest.
I'll do,
if I remember rightly,
to finish things off. So we'll do a 10 on 5-star Michonne.
I think I started to get crazy amount of cards. That's what started to happen.
the wrong Michonne there. Get a couple more card drops. Oh, there we go.
I think I get a couple of them.
A bit of luck. That's actually really good.
1,000
This
cards.
is kind of playing into how I got Rick.
I think I get another one here.
I would really like to actually get the 5-star in these drops though. Or a 6-star, you know, 5-star or 6-star. That's actually really good.
Big.
So instantly we're at 2k cards. Instantly. Which is nice. Which is good. Okay, I'm going to do another 10. Who should I do the 10 on? I think I'm going to do the 10 on the first Telltale character that comes up.
The classic.
Telltale.
The classic.
The next 10. I'm not actually sure.
First Telltale character, classic.
I don't think they've updated the 5-star characters here, so it could be a bad guy. I don't mind too much as long as it's a Telltale character.
Oh man, this Rosita was legit. Do you remember this Rosita?
Got a feeling, is he after Conrad?
Legit.
I think he's quite soon after Conrad. Yeah, see,
I
know this well too well.
I pulled on a bad guy.
I don't even pull that much. I know the well a bit too well.
I used to love Randall in RTS, then I played the game and I hated Randall. It's funny how it goes.
Estella. 56. Oh my god. 64.
I'm pretty sure I pulled 1,000 cards multiple times in a row. Or like in the temple I pulled like 2 1,000s.
Molly.
Was it for this or Rick? I'm pretty sure it's for this.
Rod. Double Axe Tyrese.
Because what you were hoping to pull when you did these, right, was the 5-star ascendable or the 6-star, right?
200
because it instantly gave you 2k cards when you did that.
So we've got to
do
do
the full 100 your cards to make the 5-star.
I mean, I could do it in separate 10s right now to get the last 40.
You didn't want to do that.
How much more coins would that cost me? That would cost me 600 more coins, but potentially save me thousands. What do you go? What do you think? I've got no one to ask now. I think I'm gonna do it in the 40. I'm just gonna do it in the 40. Save myself coins from the 40. 600 coins. If I get off the first 10, that's just the way it is. I'm probably gonna need the cards anyway, so it doesn't. I was a club member back then. I'm gonna pull on this Michonne right here. You know, I'm gonna pull on this.
It was actually worthwhile bit in that era. S-Class era,
8K
it was
coins
worth
left.
being club member.
So nearly halfway.
It was one of the best things to buy in the game.
S-Class.
And I used to actually
Next
spend. I
S-Class
haven't spent for
wonderful.
ages in the Mythic era.
So we're going to do a
But
40 now. Hopefully
back
we
then,
can
I used
get
to
her
spend
as a
like
5-star
at least
ascendable or
50,
a
60
6-star
quid a
in
month.
there. We get Randall. Is that a good sign? I don't know.
At least.
Come on, gotta be positive. Good sign.
I think I get double 1K. If I remember correctly, double 1K then
Show.
S-Class.
Yes,
I think
this
it just
character right here.
I think it just went rental. So loud. So
Come on.
loud.
I don't want to have to spend 2,000 cards to get her, please.
Yeah, that's it. Let's see. Look, I even
Please
said
don't
I
make
don't
me
want to
do
spend
it.
2,000 cards.
Please don't do it to me. Sherry. Rosita. Mark. Eugene.
Yeah, because that's what you wanted to do.
Another
Yes.
1,000 cards though.
I think I get another one soon.
Sandy. Shown again. And what?
Yeah.
Okay, that's basically we just pulled the.
Oh my god! 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 That was the best pull ever. I got 1,000 cards. Sandy, 1,000 cards.
Wow.
S-Class.
Wow.
Bro.
Wow.
That was the best ever pull. That was the best ever pull. I don't think anyone probably in the entire, unless they got like a double S-Class in the 40. But that was the best ever pull. Let me just go back to it. Is it this one?
Shown again.
Look. 1K.
What? Okay, that's basically we just pulled the.
Oh no.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
What's that?
Rosita.
What's that?
Mark.
That was the best pull ever. This is easily my best
Eugene.
pull of all time in RTS.
Another
1,000
cards though.
Sandy's
Sandy.
lucky. Another okay. There was a
Shown
little bit of
again.
cards between. Another 1,000 cards.
Okay, that's basically we just pulled the.
Bro,
Oh my god!
I was going crazy.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Guys! Oh wow! Wow!
I hope I was in the comment section. I can have a look.
Wow! Wow!
I just sound like an
Oh my
idiot.
god!
Wow.
You know, if we actually got a 5-star ascendable or 6-star, I'd be like 80% of the way to the next one as well.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
I don't think I got
her
the
as an
second
S-Class.
one.
That's my first
I think
ever
I just
S-Class
left it.
pull. I was not confident, guys. I was not confident. Oh my god, my heart right now. Ah, breathe, breathe. We got 2 1K and
was
an
fun.
S-Class.
Yeah, S-Class
and a 40
legit
pull.
was
That
fun.
last 40 was like the godlike 40 pull.
Oh man, it was
my
such good
gosh.
fun.
Oh, breathe. Come on. Oh yes. Ah yes. What's that? What's that? Another Michonne. Lovely jubbly. We got 2 of this. Sandy's. Oh man, I'm so happy now. To get us an S-Class straight away is just so good. Man,
This is the
I
first
thought,
time it ever
it's
happened
not
to
too
me.
bad, you know. It's
And
not too bad. That's like getting. Like,
I
that's
did get
literally like
some
getting-
others,
That is like getting.
but like that, just that there is crazy,
So I was
right?
like, okay, not too bad. I'm actually going to screenshot this.
Yeah, I think I sent this
So I
on a
was like,
couple
yeah,
of Discords.
that's pretty good. That's pretty
Both the-
good.
both the
Can't complain too
screenshots.
much, guys. How could I complain? How can you complain, right? I'd be able to get the 5-star ascendable. I'd probably have like 3K cards or 2.5K cards. It'd be roughly where I was with Rick.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yes.
What a time! What a time it was. Let's see, Mr. C. Let's see if you're down here. Will you have the same avatar that you've got now? I guess. Let's see. Mr. C, I mean, come on, man. I knew it before the video was up. I guess I must have messaged you or something, or like, I think I put it on a Discord or something. Man, that was some 40. And look, it's Slyest. I think Sly got the like best ever score in a War of Champions or something. I wish you had a heart monitor for the video. Yeah, man. Bro. That was a time, bro. That was it. That was it. That's the developer luck right there. This is I think the ongoing joke that I was a Scopely dev at the time. Yeah. Yeah. Man, see how many comments are on this video. It's mad. Like, it's literally just keeps going. This is a pull video, you know. Doesn't stop.
How many comments did it have total? Let's have a look. I must have posted it in line chat, bro. 131 comments. 268 likes, 6.6k views. For a pool video, that's big. Oh man, this was top era. This was the top era, guys. Do you want to see how much money this made me, guys? I can show you how much money this made me if you want. I don't think this made me much. Should we have a little look? One sec. Let's get the right screen up. Analytics. There you go. There you go. I made like $40. It isn't like other games where I could theoretically, like some other games where they're getting. So imagine I got 10 times as much as that, right? So I got $400 back from doing the pools. There are other games that happens where basically they make money on spending. There are some games that are big enough that you could spend money in the shop to buy pulls and they'll get more money back on the video that they post. That happened to me on only one thing in the game, and that was Battle Pass. So I bought every single Battle Pass and made a video about it, and it paid for the Battle Pass. Best play I ever had, without a doubt. Without a doubt, easily my best. She still is used in the S-Class romance. What you use her? Well, I still don't have her. She was legit. She was legit. Fun times though. Mad. Crazy times, guys. It was fun to reminisce with you guys. Fun to reminisce. But I think that's going to be the end of my stream today. Haven't streamed for a little while. Hopefully I'll get back. Oops, I'm doing a bit of a hiccup. Hopefully I'll get back into it on a regular basis. It's just there isn't that much to do. This is the problem, you know. That is actually exciting to do. I just ran through the Gold Rush roadmap and an Allegiance to Arm roadmap. There's nothing exciting to do there, you know. There's no story roadmaps that are like new. There's nothing to really go over. So this is the issue. But yeah, it's been fun, guys. So I'll see you in the next stream. I will hopefully have some content up this week. There probably is going to be a new character released this week, near the end of the week, I guess. I need to message Scopely about that. But that's the end of my stream today, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you very much for tuning in. And as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving. Goodbye, goodbye, guys. Goodbye, goodbye.